All right, Coach, my first question has to be, where were you at when you heard about the bracket getting leaked, and what was your immediate reaction? You ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, I haven't. We were in a meeting talking about recruiting, and all of a sudden one of our coaches started saying, hey, they're putting up on Twitter some of the brackets. And I said, well, the heck with some of them, find ours. And sure enough, a few minutes later, ours popped up too. So pretty crazy. Good thing is get a little head start on putting the film together and getting it on the computers so that here in a minute the coaches can start watching film on our first round opponent and then potential future opponents. So it helps a little bit.
What's your message to the team when something like that happens? And some of them just said they haven't experienced the selection parties.
It's a little disappointing, especially, as you mentioned, for the kids that hadn't been through it, but also for the seniors. You'd like for them to be a little surprised or whatever. But, hey, it happens. And, we went ahead and had the get-together tonight so that our fans, because, some of them are not going to hear about it, so you'd hate to not have something going on. So it was good. Then they did replay it or do a little bit different show, and we had pizza and ice cream, and, the band was here, the cheerleaders were here. So it was a festive atmosphere, and we did the best we could with what we had.
As far as the draw, I mean, you get to host games.
Yeah, playing at home is important, which we felt like that was pretty much a done deal. These kids have done a great job of putting us in that position. Only 16 teams in the country get that opportunity, so it's special. We got to have people come out. We sold out 3 out of our last 4 home games. We need to sell out these games to show the NCAA committee that we have a great fan base and that this program is on the move. So, but yeah, Maine, we played earlier in the year. We played a really good game that day, and they probably didn't. So we had a good win, but they've beaten Carolina. Duke was a 3-point game, so they've played a lot of the ACC teams, had some success. So we know that they're going to be confident. The other bracket, Princeton, was here a year ago when we hosted, and Kentucky, obviously, they have the freshman of the year in the country on their team. So we'll have our hands full, but obviously Maine's our biggest concern right now. We need to stay focused and make sure we play well that opening game.
What does it mean for recruiting and for the program to be able to showcase Reynolds?
Yeah, there's no doubt it's big. Last year we did it, and now we signed a top 10 recruiting class this fall. We got a couple, some great players coming in, and now to be back in the conversation again this year helps. We need to do something with it, though. Getting to the second weekend is big because there's only 16 teams left playing. The first weekend they're flying around, showing different games. Second weekend it's getting serious, and we've had a lot of adversity this year, but the kids have overcome that, and we're excited about it. It's a new season. Everybody erases the record, and we start over. So hopefully we can get some momentum and play really well.
Speaking specifically of this team, the adversity you guys had to go through with all of the injuries, and Kiera brought up a good point that you guys have had even a more successful season than you did last year. What was it about this team for you guys to be able to get through that and have more success than you did last year?
I think to start out 21-0, I think the big thing there is your players have to really be focused and show up every day. It's so, when you play 30 games or so, it's so tempting to take a night off and to take somebody for granted maybe that's on your schedule, and this team's done a great job of not doing that. I think the top 50 RPI, we've had a winning record, but 50 to 100 we've been like 11-0, and so this team has done a really good job of taking care of business, so to speak, and so hopefully we can continue that this weekend.
What's the advantage of having 2 weeks off?
I think it's been good. We were able to we gave the players 3 days off after the ACC tournament, let them recuperate a little bit, and then we've been able to practice a couple of days, take a day off, practice a couple of days, take a day off. I think a big advantage is we've been able to focus on us for a week. Normally during the season, you're worried about that next opponent, so you spend most of your practice time preparing for them. So we've had 4 practices where we could just focus on cleaning our stuff up and getting better. And now that we know who our opponent is, we'll switch gears and start focusing on Maine.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.